Today, I want to address something I tend to see in a lot of independent comic book artwork. Yes, that's right. I am talking about eyeballs. Hi, my name is Jay Sheik. I'm a comic book artist and illustrator, and I've been working professionally in independent comics now for almost a decade. And what I'd like to call out today is something that I am also guilty of myself in the creation of independent comic book artwork, but it is something that I tend to see kind of a lot in indie comics and something that I'd like to address with you all if you are into making such creations. For a lot of artists, drawing eyes presents a unique and often very fun drawing challenge. Eyes, after all, are amazingly well adapted in communicating a broad spectrum of emotions without recourse to so much as a single letter of explicit written communication. And while it is certainly not easy to draw a detailed and expressive optical orb, it is much easier than drawing that same eyeball as just a single component of the more broadly expressive movements and muscle contractions of the entire human or animal face. And what happens very often is that the eye becomes central to how either the writer or the artist, very often both, convey a complex emotion in a sequential panel of a comic book art. But I believe this practice also often becomes a sort of crutch, a means to an end that forestalls something more challenging. Showing a single eyeball to convey a character's sadness, elation, boredom, anger, what have you, is certainly a means to an end, but one that I believe should be used sparingly. To the artist, eyes are fun to draw. They're complex, visually interesting, and something I see student artists practicing frequently in their sketchbooks and other outlets. To a reader, however, that fascination with detail is dulled by a counter-investment in the story you're trying to tell. Insomuch as jump cutting from one scene to another can have a jarring effect on a visual story, so too can an extreme close-up create a sense of non sequitur. What do I propose as an alternative? Well, for any kind of visual story, context is everything. Rather than showing us a sad eyeball rimmed with tears, maybe show us a close-up on the face itself in that instant before the dam breaks and the waterworks go full force. There's nothing wrong with showing an occasional eyeball in extreme close-up, but like every other panel on your page, consider what it is adding to your story, but more importantly, what it might be taking away from it as well. Anyway, that's what I've got for you today. None of this was meant to hurt anyone's feelings or call anybody out on the carpet. This is something that I have noticed in my own work as well, and something that I just felt like addressing in the context of a video. I hope you found it helpful. My current project, Freehands Issue 3, written by Matthew Wilding, is still live on Kickstarter for another 2 weeks or so. Please get in on that. We are just over 50% funded. It's a fantastic pirate noir book you don't want to miss. And as ever, thank you so much for stopping by.